What's up, everybody? Nothing fucking works here.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, what
This
happened to
stream
the table?
brought to you by Botrix and all the other broken stuff.
Nice.
Also, I feel like I need to adjust
Uh-oh.
Clan's cameras a little bit. Do you
What
see
did
what I
I do?
changed? Did you see what I changed?
Yeah, there's no table.
Well, there is a table, but it's straight across now instead of
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. But I like it. Also, there's something else.
You see something else?
There's something else. Yes. There's something else. I've got a Moogle with a hat and a side bag, a hip bag, I guess.
Yeah, that's a very specific one. You don't recognize it?
I do not.
He's got the.
That's the
Mail
Final Fantasy
carrier
14. Yeah.
Oh, it's the mail Moogle.
Delivery mog.
Yeah.
I thought you'd appreciate it.
Nice. Nice. I do appreciate that. I do.
See, he
You know what else I appreciate?
He pitches that fucking Final Fantasy 14 chat and doesn't even realize who the fuck it is on his side.
You're gonna have to turn stream elements back on.
Listen, well, stream elements don't work over here.
That's right. That's right. That the command doesn't work either. Botrix sucks.
We got to go back to Twitch.
Yeah, and then turn stream elements back on because Botrix don't work on Twitch either. There's a big warning that says, "Hey, we've hit our limit on Twitch because everybody is using us apparently, and we need to get verified by Twitch." And literally says Twitch is on vacation. We will try to get verified in August or September. And I'm just like, what?
Oh, is it gonna happen? There it is. Oh, from behind me.
Yep.
Never mind the little man from behind the curtain.
No. The secret fourth young man. All right. Go over there.
So, what's been going on?
Sneezing my head off.
Nah,
I've done it twice since we went live.
In the immortal words of Shredder from Secret of the Ooze, our cat had
Did he cut out there again? I don't know. You had it working nice. You had it working nice the other day. I don't. You've changed something. You've touched it. I told you stop touching it because it'll make you go blind.
I can't help it. It's there and it's mine.
He likes to tinker too much, chat. That's what it is.
Oh no! Is that what the kids are calling it?
Yeah, that's what the kids.
That's Clan's joke. I stole it.
Damn.
It's all that damn TikToking going on.
That's right. Hey kids, stop with your TikToking.
Well, speaking of, since you brought up Ninja Turtles, there, Pizza Hut, their boxes have Ninja Turtles on them.
I did not know that.
From the new Ninja Turtles movie. I don't know when it comes out.
About that. I am concerned about the Ninja Turtles movie. Can we just say that? Is it okay if I say that I'm concerned?
Yes.
Will it be better than Ninja Turtles 3?
Listen, all I'm saying is that something seems off. Do you agree or disagree?
I haven't really seen anything about
So, I will say that it's better than the current animated series that they tried to put out, the last one that they did. I don't know if it's still a thing or not, but
No, I think it ended, and then there's a movie on Netflix. You know how they ended it though? You know what the big thing that happened? Raph realized he wasn't a good leader and made Leo the leader.
it was a prequel.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I just feel like okay, so the turtles are my audio and Nickelodeon is me, and we just keep tinkering with it.
Mm.
All right. It just seems that is the thing.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
how about we shift topics and get off of that one and get on to one that'll put a smile on Clan's face?
Okay.
What do you want to talk about, Buck? Did that cut out?
Sort of. When you went high.
God, that's it.
Yep. It's starting to try to mute you when you go high. So, Clan,
Yeah.
what do you think about who's slotted for the new Green Lantern?
I feel okay. So I feel that the casting of Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern is good because he, for a little while, he was Green Lantern in the animated stuff, and he played it good. He played a good Green Lantern, but he was Hal Jordan Green Lantern.
Yep.
So, and now he's being cast in the new Superman movie as Guy Gardner Green Lantern. So I don't know how they're going to do that because I imagine eventually all the Green Lanterns will be there.
From what I saw, they're supposed to at least be going forward in Green Lantern with at least 2 of the human Green Lantern initially.
So I would imagine that means that it would be Guy Gardner and Hal Jordan.
That's the initial thing that Gunn's wanting to do.
So does that mean that
hopefully they aren't bringing Ryan back to reprise his role?
No, I don't think we have to worry about Ryan Reynolds being Hal Jordan.
Is the patch going to repeat itself and he will suck as the Green Lantern and then he'll become the next Deadpool?
He already is a character in Marvel. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, he is.
I have not seen 3.
I have not either. I just know that he's in there because they made a lot of jokes about it on The Rookie.
I mean, he's just kind of a side character.
Yeah, he's just a side character.
He did get quite a few lines, though.
I mean, that's probably what he's going to be in the Superman movie. He'll be a side character, but probably have a lot of lines for a side character.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they're going to utilize Green Lantern going forward, then, you know, his character is going to be, when they bring both of them, his character's got to not be much of a side character when they bring the 2 together. I mean, granted, when the Justice League happens, that Green Lantern's not the Justice League. So, you know, he'll be sidelined then as another, you know, B character on the superhero team. But
yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering are they going to run Guy Gardner as the Green Lantern? Are they going to bring in Hal Jordan eventually? Are they going to bring in, what is his name? Oh, God, there's so many Green Lanterns.
Right. That is true.
So many Green Lanterns. John Stewart.
From what I saw, Stewart was not mentioned initially.
Right. Now in the comics, Stewart comes in later.
Right.
Like he's one of the most recent human Green Lanterns. But he was the one that they did in the Justice League animated series. And Justice League Unlimited, they did him.
Yeah, but the original was Hal when they first assembled Justice League.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But we also know that Gunn isn't going to probably stick to tradition worth crap.
Probably not. Which may be a good thing for DC. DC is a little. There he is. There he is. James Gunn did make a joke that he was going to force Nathan Fillion to have Guy Gardner's bowl cut, just so he can force Nathan Fillion to have a bowl cut, like he did in Buffy.
Is that going to be after he's done with all the other shows he's in? Because it's going to kind of clash.
Yeah, your boy is popular,
right? That's what I'm saying. It's going to kind of clash.
That's right. He's got his own series on ABC. The second series he's had on ABC, which it's owned by Disney, which, just so everybody knows, also owns the rights to Firefly. Just saying.
Doesn't mean they're going to bring it back.
Listen, I need, at the very least, a Serenity 2, The Search for More Money.
I would take that. I would take a movie sequel.
Yes. Yes. I would take that in a heartbeat.
But they'll recast everybody.
No, I don't want to recast. I know. You can't do that show.
But they're going to recast everybody. That's the sad part.
Well, right now they can't cast anybody because the actors are on strike.
Well, the show would probably tank at that point if they recast everybody.
Yeah, nobody wants to watch it. The key to that show is the cast that they put together. They work so well, and they're already down one. Forever, you can't bring him back at all because he's dead.
They could try. They might know a necromancer.
I mean, I know a necromancer that does good work. But yeah. So there's Firefly reboot. There's the Rookie. There is.
I mean, look at him here. I mean, I don't think you have to recast. Right.
That's true. Look at them, all those beautiful souls.
I mean, you don't have to recast, but they're going to because that's how they always do.
I don't know if it'd be as good with a different cast. People want, they want Wash. They want Captain Malcolm Reynolds. They want Zoe. They want River. If you recast it, that's not Captain Malcolm Reynolds or River or Zoe or Wash. And speaking of Wash, they got to bring him back
somehow.
That's right. We can't just leave him dead. Spoilers for Serenity. I'm just saying, there has to be something else than just that.
I mean, a lot of people want Brian back. Even Dom can't do that.
Brian.
Yeah. No matter how good family is, Dom can't bring Brian back.
Oh, well, that's like that's a case like Shepherd Book. Both of those things, you can't bring that character back because the person playing them is dead.
That's when the movies really started to go downhill too.
I haven't watched one. I think I'm pretty sure I've only watched the first one.
That was the best one.
Like I have all of them, I think, but I have only watched the first one.
One is good. In my mind, I think 1 and 4 are the best. So the Fast and the Furious and Fast and Furious. I think those two are the best. After that, or at least especially after like Fast 5, it's what can we do to top the other one in the just the sheer stupidity of what we're going to do with cars.
I saw a meme where these aliens were on a ship. They were like, why are there cars in outer space shooting lasers at one another? And the mom looks at the son and says, oh, that's just them filming for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the next Fast and Furious movie.
Cars in space, cars in the ocean, cars flying through the air.
Cars outrunning a submarine.
They're like, okay, I got it. Next Fast and Furious.
Circle.
The cars transform into robots, and then they get in other bigger cars and drive those cars.
I've seen that cartoon.
What if we take 5 of the cars, we put 5 drivers in 5 of the cars, and those 5 cars join together to make a big robot car?
I've seen that TV show too. That's Power Rangers Turbo.
That is Power Rangers Turbo.
We'll name it Cartron.
You know, actually, there was a Voltron sequel series with cars. Voltron was made of cars instead of lions.
Yeah.
Lions work better because they can go off road.
That's true.
But apparently the lions could fly too, which is a little weird.
Yeah. That's true. The lions could fly. They just put out their paws and they're like,
the only lion that made sense that could fly was the black lion, and it had wings.
I was gonna say the one with wings.
It's the only one that made any sense.
Dang. I just had a joke pop in my head, but I ain't gonna say it.
Why is it not safe to work?
It is, but I don't know, so I'm not going to say it on air.
What, are we not ready for mature?
I'm just well, yeah. We're actually rated I for immature.
Oh, well then you should say it.
ESRB rated for no one.
Oh, well then definitely say it.
Oh my God. I was going to say, so the black lion and always can also both keep you dry on heavy days because they both have wings. There you go.
I have a feeling that some of our male audience wouldn't even have a clue what you were talking about.
That's true.
Maybe it's an educational show.
Exactly. You're learning things, Chad. I'll tell you what. I had to work late the other night.
Monday?
And yeah, Monday. That's why we didn't do retro. So I had to work late, right? And like, okay. So behind the scenes here, chat, I work in IT along with Diz. Diz is actually my boss. He can tell me what to do, except on here, because here I can tell him fuck off. Which I never do. I do it. But I could, but I don't. Because I'm a nice guy. So There I was. Picture this. You're doing something. Okay, Buck, picture this. All right. Picture yourself. You're back on the sub, right? You're doing something that if you don't do it right, the sub could suffer a fatal error.
Okay, so any of my job at any point.
Okay,
So
not to downplay what you were doing, but I don't think anybody was gonna die.
you know our boss.
Any part of my job could kill somebody. Okay, gotcha.
Listen. I don't know about you, but if the storage didn't come back, it would have been a really bad day.
It would have been a bad day.
Would have been a bad day. So let's picture it, okay? So you're there and you come to a point where like, okay, I need to do this task, right? I'm going to reach out for help. All right. And they're going to help me do this, right? To make sure I do it correctly. Okay. So you call them up 1-800-GO-NAVY.
I would never call that number. But okay.
And they put you on hold.
And put you on hold.
You're sitting there listening to that Godsmack advertisement for.
Actually, I would listen to the Hell Yeah by Rep Theory. I'll send y'all the link to that awesome video later.
Actually, it's weird when you call 1-800-GOLD-NAVY. It's just an ad for the Air Force. Apparently, they need people. So, chat, if you're young enough, aim high. Join Chair Force. So,
you get
also
the
Space
Stargate.
Also, Space Force is hiring.
Hold on, I thought they
Thank you.
canceled that.
No, it's still there.
No, it's still there.
Oh,
So
that was just the show. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they canceled the show Space Force. So would they move the Stargate out of the Air Force and into the Space Force since the Stargate travels through space
I mean,
and or time?
sure. And it would be part of your favorite version of that show, Stargate SGU.
Listen, that's nobody's favorite version of that show. Couldn't last more than one season. Nobody liked that show. But back to what I was saying. So you call 1-800-GO-NAVY. They're like, okay, put in your service request number to get routed to your rep. You put in your service request number. You're there. They answer the phone. You're like, hey, I'm ready to do this. If I don't do this right, we're going to implode like a Mountain Dew can. Can you help me? And they're like, nah, dog. I can't help you. However, but I'm like, wait. But I'll talk to my superior officer who's over 1-800-GO-NAVY support. They said that you would help me when the time came to help me. And they're like, no, we don't do that here. So you go ahead and do it. If it messes up, call back. And you're like, but if I mess up, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah.
Can't you just like
back.
Stay on the phone with me? No, can't do that.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
sorry.
Like, well, can you just stay on the phone? That way, if I got a question or something, I'm done. Nah, dog. It's not what we do here. All right. See you later. Aim high.
And I'm pretty sure he heard I can't do it like he is. The water bomb sound. As the phone was.
Let's see if this clips, chat. Did that work? Did that come through?
Yeah.
Nice. Woo-hoo! Did that come through?
A little bit.
God bless it. I don't know what's clip. I do. I think. Hold on a minute. I think I do have an idea of what's clipping me. Let's see if this is it. Woo-hoo! Did that come through?
It did, but still something's peeking out or something.
Oh, nothing is showing peaking. Yeah, nothing's peaking. There's nothing peaking. Nothing red. I don't know.
Something's clipping you.
Fuck my life. Anyway,
Something's
there I am doing this, and it's butts puckered, nervous. So finally go through it, get it done.
That's for later.
Nothing died. No one died. Everyone is still alive. Everything still works. But still, that's what I got to do, and I'm not emotionally recovered from that yet.
Well, just to give you a little bit of light into what you were saying, there's no
Mhm.
one to call when I had to do my shit.
Apparently, there's no one to call for me.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is when they said, "Hey, this is fucked up and we need to fix it," it was you fix it or we all die. It was literally, here's you the part, here's you the piece of paper packet, usually about four or five sheets of paper. You do this step by step and you install this part. If this doesn't work, we're dead. There's no phone call, there's no being put on hold. You get this done or we're dead, and you've got 30 minutes to get this done.
Do you at least have a video where it's like, hey there, I'm Dan the Subman,
Nope.
and I'm going to walk you through refractorating your nuclear reactor.
Nope.
Ready? Let's get to it.
Nope.
First, you want to check how many runkin it is.
Yeah. How many runkin is it? Your detector should
200.
detect no more than 200.
What's the meter go to? 200.
And that's a winky dink. Also, that's not graphite. I'm
Ours,
pretty sure it is.
on what I did, ours was more worried about if we
Mhm.
were going to send a 21-inch column of water flooding into the submarine to sink us to the ocean floor.
I'm going to assume that didn't happen.
It didn't.
Exactly, because you're here.
However, I did
It didn't
have
go
to
glug, glug,
dive
glug,
that
glug, glug.
tube while water was flooding in at 400 feet, which is what got me hurt.
I mean, the sub AI was recovered from the sub.
That's true.
And
That's
that's
true.
what
It
we're
was
talking
on-
to right now.
It was on a floppy disk.
It was actually on a thumb drive that they pulled from a black box.
They didn't
And
have thumb
insert
drive.
it
It had to be a zip disk.
Yes. Zip disk.
If you remember what a zip disk is.
I do. I also remember jazz drives that was supposed to replace zip disks.
It's on my
They
HD
didn't.
DVD.
Nice, really? I got some of those. Let me look at my Betamax player.
I was originally known as Fred. Freaking ridiculous electronic device.
Huh?
And then we changed it to Buck
There are 3 babies or 4 babies?
and added an extra K.
There's 4. Oh, she had another cat. We're up to 4 babies.
Oh my God. Babies are happening right now.
I can't come look. I'm in the middle of doing a show.
Bring the pregnancy to the show.
Hold on. I got to look. Apparently, there could be a problem. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You have to
I'll
come
give you
now,
a
Dad.
topic.
There's complications.
Yeah, I'll give you a topic. Babies.
Babies.
I'm out.
Did that cut out?
Yes.
Yes. Time out on the
Fuck
show.
all
Time
y'all.
out. We got a timeout.
Fuck all.
I'm calling an audible.
Timeout. First down. So Final Fantasy Rebirth. How long's that trailer been out? Because I just found it like yesterday.
I don't know.
It says that the game is actually due out early 2024. So you have a little while longer to finish that game, Buck. But the trailer's pretty good. And again, I have not beat Final Fantasy VII. I've played it a number of times and got probably about over halfway through it multiple times, and I keep losing the saves.
So
But
from what I'm seeing, June
yep,
16th, 2022, Final
is when the
Fantasy
trailer
VII
came out.
Rebirth first look trailer.
So this is like, I don't know if it's a new trailer or what it is, but I saw something yesterday. It popped up in the, hey, you probably want to watch this. I was like, yes, I do.
Now, from what I'm seeing here, Summer Game Fest 2023 a month ago launched the official gameplay trailer of Rebirth.
Mm.
So it came out during the Summer Game Fest launched the official trailers. But the very first look trailer came out in 2022 in June.
This one threw some really crazy like plot twists into the trailer, and I'm like, shouldn't you save that for the game?
Because it looks like they announced it on June 8th,
Yep.
2023, that it'd be coming soon, and then they showed the trailer at Summer Game Fest. So,
Well, I still need to play the expansion for the first one.
but I won't be able to play the new one anyways.
Yeah, because you need a console.
No. So
Yup.
I told Clan just messing around. I have a birthday coming up.
I know. You need to have a.
Nerdcopia Network can do a GoFundMe.
You need to have a streamathon for the birthday, and I'm pretty sure you'll hit that number.
I don't know. I'm not that popular.
You're popular enough.
I don't know if I'm popular enough to get almost $600.
God, is it $600?
Well, you got to think PlayStation 5, the
PlayStation 5.
expansion, and the new game.
True, true. And the games now are like $75 or something.
Right. So that's why I said $600 because that counts the console, the game, and the expansion. So I was lumping it all together. So
I mean, I think you could probably get there.
I don't know. I mean, that would force me to have to do. Ooh, I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit just thinking about it. 7 Days to Die Twitch integration, which would allow my community to be able to manipulate what happens in my 7 Days to Die playthrough to be able to hound me
like,
in my
could
gameplay.
they advance the days?
It's not advancing the days. It's
That would be
they
cool.
they could cause a wandering horde to show up. They could launch like a demo right in my face. They could put like 15 screamers on top of me to where when I attack one, all of them scream and they call in even more to fight me right there where I stand inside my own base, inside of my defensive perimeter. Like,
I mean, I like all these things you're saying.
I'm just saying, like, if I put in Twitch integration, my community could definitely mess me up.
Definitely like this.
They even have a Twitch integration for art. Now that one would be a little bit different story because.
But you have a PS4, right? Because that's what you played Remake on.
Yep, I do have 4. That's what I've got my 2 God of War games on, God of War and Ragnarok on, and then I've got Final Fantasy VII Remake on. That's about all I've really got for PS4.
Yeah, the only thing I've really got on PS5 is, I think, Uncharted, one of the Uncharted games, and the Final Fantasy games that I'm playing. That's it.
I mean, I know that if they're going to continue the story with Gears of War, I'm going to have to get a new Xbox because they're going to bring Gears out on it.
Ooh, I tell you, a game series I like that's I think it's on PlayStation exclusively. Valkyria Chronicles.
I
You ever
ain't never
played any of
played that.
those? It's an interesting game where it's turn based, so it's like kind of like a Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's almost like you're kind of third person behind your character, and then you kind of run them, and they have so much movement, and you can like run them, and it's all like military type stuff. So it's like you're fighting with guns and stuff. But I think there's magic and guns. So it's really neat, and you can get it on PS4. It should be pretty cheap. There's one of them that is like, I mean, it hooked me on it. Valkyria Chronicles. Yep. That's what it's called, Valkyria Chronicles. And there's other ones, Valkyria something else. I can't remember all the different ones, but the Valkyria Chronicles is a good game. I would definitely recommend it. I think you would enjoy it very specifically because it's very strategic and lots of firearms and stuff like that. You got snipers and you got sappers and all kinds of different things. Ooh.
I was hoping that they would launch the new Gears before now.
Mm.
But I feel like if they're going to bring it out, that Epic waiting till the console. That kind of sucks. I've played, well, I own and played. I really like the story. I wanted to play all of those on a stream, but if they bring out the new on a new console, then console to do it. Just like the God of War. Well, as right now, I wouldn't have to. I could play them all on PS4.
Yeah, the only reason I really have a PlayStation primarily is for the Final Fantasy games.
The only reason I bought a PlayStation 3 was to play God of War.
I mean, the PS3 was a good Blu-ray player.
Yeah, but
for the time when
I was in the service at the time. I only got it so that I was out to see so much that I didn't have time to sit and watch movies. In fact, any movie that got put in theaters, we got on cassette, the 8 mil or whatever, we got it sent to the sub while it was still in theaters. So we got to watch them for free while y'all were still having to pay for them in theaters.
It's a good perk.
Yeah. I mean, they had to fucking give us something.
I know, right?
You was in the Wawa.
All right.
There's a game
Like I
that
said.
Clan likes. Spider-Man games.
Spider-Man games have been notoriously bad.
Oh.
Except for there's like a Spider-Man game that was real good on PS2.
I thought that you had one on PlayStation or something you really like.
Yeah, the newest. The newest one, the by Insomniac on PS. It came out originally on PS4, and they updated it for PS5 and PC. It is very cool, and on PS5, it's very cool because it has the haptic feedback triggers. So when you shoot your web, you can actually feel the tension in the web on your controller. And that is very cool. But yeah, I like that game. It's a very good game. Then there's the kind of like DLC for it, the Miles Morales. And then I think in September, October, Spider-Man 2 comes out this year for PS5. And it's going to have Peter Parker, Miles Morales as both Spider-Man in it. And then Venom's going to show up.
Is it like a Grand Theft Auto, but just with Spider-Man in it? Is it just
It
like
is an
free
open
roaming?
world game. No, you have missions and stuff, but it is kind of like you swing around the city, or you can walk, whatever. It's better to swing, and you do different things. So like each area of the city has like 3 Oscorp towers that you've got to repair, and if you do, then you can hack into the towers and get telemetry for that part of the city. So if there's a crime, then you can pick up the police band radio in that part of the city to tell if there's a crime, or if there's an event that happens, you'll get notified of that. That's what I started out doing. Is I was just going around unlocking different parts of the city, and then I would go do a story mission about that. But it's a very good game. Highly recommend it if you have a PlayStation or a PC. Like I said, you can buy it on Steam right now. It was on the summer sale, but the summer sale's over, so
No.
sorry. Yeah. And this, you know what pisses me off? Okay, this pisses me off. All right. So I, as you know, big Final Fantasy slut. Right? If it's got Final Fantasy in it, I'll play it. Right? Just a huge Final Fantasy slut. So I bought Strangers in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origins on PC. Because it's on sale for like $27. Right? So I buy it, install it. It's 91 gigs. I install it, hit play. Steam application error. Weird. Try something else. That works. Install a different game just to see if there's something wrong with that drive. It's a new hard drive. Try the hard drive. Nope, works just fine. Install Final Fantasy 7 integrate on it. Works fine. Loads right up. So I go to the Google box. What's this error? Oh, there's like 400 pages. And try these 5 things to fix this error. What do you do first? Oh, verify the game files. Okay, tried that. Didn't work. Move it to a different drive. Move it to the drive where Steam is installed. Okay, I'll try that. Didn't work. Reinstall Steam. I've tried that before to fix this exact same problem. That doesn't work. Ain't going to reinstall Steam. Screw that. Done a few little things, command line, stuff like that. Nothing worked. I had the same problem with No Man's Sky. I own No Man's Sky on Steam. It played fine. Got this new computer. Steam error will not open. However, if I play No Man's Sky, the exact same game, I play it through the Xbox app on Game Pass, loads fine. Not a problem. Works every time. Open a ticket with Steam. Steam's like, yeah, we have no idea. You need to ask the game. I said, but it's not a game error. It's a Steam error. It says you are the error. Like, yeah, we don't know. So I ended up refunding it and then buying it on PS5 because it was on sale also on PS5.
Literally installed Integrate. But instead of that, was trying to play Strangers in Paradise.
No, I just wanted to buy it because it was the cheapest I could find it was there. So I was like, well, I'll buy it now. And then when I got time, there it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
There it'll be. I can play it. No, game gave me a big middle finger. That's great.
That was the
Really
world
enjoyed
trying
that.
to tell you that you needed to finish the rest of your games first.
Oh, like I said, I had no intention of playing it now. There's still other things that I need to play.
There's a lot of things you need to play.
I know. I got to finish up like 4 quests I have left to do in Heavensward so that I can get to Stormblood. Need to finish Final Fantasy 16.
Need to finish WoW.
There is. You just get to the stopping point in the story, and it's like go and do these 42 world quests every day.
I'm talking about you finish season 2.
Oh, look, somebody's got to power me through that underground section. That underground section is just garbage. It is horrible. Now, working with the Blue Dragonfly, I'm fine with that. I like the Blue Dragonfly. I think their aspect is cool. The underground section with the mole men can just F right off. It's like, hey, you know what'd be cool in this patch? What? You know those 4 factions that you don't have time to get all the rep for and everything? Yeah. We're going to add a 5th one. Okay. What's it going to do? You're going to unlock more rep. All right. Well, that give me nothing. We're still working on the next patch, but we're hoping that this will tide you over until the next patch.
Collect to win till you die. Then collect some more.
Exactly.
That's all these games. The new Zelda game, all it is a series of collection quests. That's all it is.
That is, I'll take your word for it, Bia. I mean, that's what Breath of the Wild was. It's like, go get all these items.
And I agree with Buck. The water temple, I was disappointed with it.
Really?
To be honest, I didn't even know that I was actually inside the water temple until I was about halfway done with the water temple. Then
So
I'm like,
nowhere near.
I'm in a temple?
So nowhere near the Ocarina of Time water temple level of water temples, huh?
No, not even close. I expected it to be torturous, and it was not. It was so easy.
Easy.
Ooh, we got Baldur's Gate coming out soon.
That's true. Baldur's Gate 3. Yep. It's been installed on my computer for years, literally years, because I pre-ordered it. So yeah, I'm excited for that. That means I can make Andros or Akminos
is it like it's multiplayer, right? So we could play it together.
I don't know. I would think so. It's made by Larian, who made those one games that you like.
Divinity.
Yeah, Divinity. Yep.
Yes, it is multiplayer.
I mean,
there you go.
I know why y'all want to play Baldur's Gate 3. I've already sent you a link as to.
So we can have sex with a druid in bear form. I mean, that's right out there. Somebody actually thought of that.
Oh, the devs did it on purpose because they knew the sick, twisted people that'd be playing this game.
Furries.
If you actually read that link I sent you, the devs actually admitted that they did it on purpose.
Oh yeah, I can believe that.
If we had enough time to, do some streams, I don't think we do at this point, but we would have to play through the other 2 Baldur's Gates.
Oh my god! You want to play through Baldur's Gate 1 and 2?
I've never played through them all the way.
I'm not either. I don't know if any human being ever has.
I think that would be like an accomplishment, something to hang on your wall.
That would be. Definitely would be, yes. How do you feel about going back to 2nd edition rules? Because I know Baldur's Gate 1 is 2nd edition rules.
It is 100%. I'm not sure about Baldur's Gate 2. I can't remember, but
I don't know if 3 had come out by then or not.
I think one of our most popular episodes of Super Retro Game Show is episode 0, and that was when we were doing a play test of all the OBS setup and all that, and we played through Final Fantasy VII Remake, the demo for it.
Yep.
There's actually a episode before that, kind of. It's just me playing Baldur's Gate 1, testing everything. It's a hidden episode.
There you go.
It's
There you go.
episode -1. So
Nice. Yeah, I would have to purchase. Like, I have the original Baldur's Gate,
mm,
like for the original on PC with like the 4 CDs or whatever it was.
yeah.
I would have to repurchase Baldur's Gate to play it now to get the enhanced edition.
Yep, I've got all those on Steam. So I need to play through them.
Do you have Icewind Dale?
I do have Icewind Dale.
Nice. Here's the big one. Do you have Planescape?
Think so. No, I don't think I have that one.
That one's supposed to be the cream of the crop as far as like the Baldur's Gate like games. That one's supposed to be the big one.
Planescape.
Yep.
Making a note.
There you go.
I'll look that one up.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing them. It would just be very different because those, in the year of our Lord 2023, that is an old ass game.
Oh,
I do remember though.
Neverwinter Nights.
Oh yeah, Neverwinter Nights. Do you have
You
Neverwinter Nights
can't-
too?
No, well, I have like the actual Neverwinter Nights to like PC, like CD and everything somewhere, but you can't get Neverwinter Nights 2 on Steam. You have to get
Really?
it through something
through GOG?
else. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I've got it bookmarked here somewhere.
Is it Good Old Games?
Maybe
They have a
Or
lot
might-
of that stuff.
my brain don't work like that.
That's
It's GOG. Yeah.
Yep, GOG. Yep.
They also have Icewind Dale 2.
Yeah, a lot of the old games, they'll GOG is pretty smart because they know that there's a market for the old games that nobody is like redoing or whatever. So they're smart. Also owned by the same company that makes the Witcher games. But what they do is they get them to run on new machines, and I think I know how they do it. I think they wrap them in an emulator, so it thinks that it's running on an old ass machine, but it's not. And I think that's what they do. But yeah, Neverwinter Nights 2 complete is on GOG. Yep. Which I have some GOG games. Like they'll email me sometimes. They're like, "Hey, if you click this link in a little bit, you can get a free game. You should do it." And I do it because that's how I roll. Yeah. There's a lot of those games. The isometric 2D D&D game. They got popular there for a while and then just dropped off. Like Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights 2 released on Halloween in 2006. That's a moon or two ago, chat.
I really like I don't know, what are they called? The game type? What you call them? What, isometric? What was that?
Isometric, yeah, the isometric 2D CRPG.
Yeah, because the camera's slightly tilted.
Yeah, it's slightly tilted, yeah, at an angle. Yeah. Yep, isometric.
Adding that Planescape to my wish list there.
Yeah, like I say, it's supposed to be a good one. I've never played it. Now I do own the box set, the campaign setting for Planescape. If anybody wants to play a second edition campaign of Planescape, I do got the box set for that. If anybody wants to go on our Patreon and subscribe to get this super retro tabletop RPG game show extreme.
I don't know. I just really like those games, but problem is
They're good games.
I can't finish them. Like I get into them, but I never finish them.
There's just so much to do, and you've got to dig around for some of the stuff. It doesn't just like jump up. The coolest thing that I remember about that Baldur's Gate 1, though, I remember is that I had a party, and that party had a paladin in it, right? We're walking down the road. We run across these two guys on the side of the road. They're like, "Oh, we need help. We need help." And I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'll help you. You can come with me and we'll guard you from bandits and we'll take you to the town." And then the guy starts talking a little bit. And after a while, the paladin in the group figures out that the one of the guys that's on the side of the road is evil.
Yep.
So the paladin just starts fighting him.
Yep.
Just right there in the middle of the road. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's a second edition paladin and he's kill on sight to anything that's evil.
Yep. And one of them's gonna die.
Yep. You don't know which one, but one of them's definitely going to die. Yep. What's up, Sashcore? How's it going, buddy? Glad that you decided to stop by. Welcome to our show where we're talking about stuff and they're making fun of my microphone again.
It sounds pretty good right now.
Yeah.
While you were gone,
I
we were talking
scream.
about Final Fantasy games, the ones on PS5. And Buck said he had a birthday coming up. And I was like, well, you need to do a birthday stream. And then you might get enough money to get you a PlayStation 5.
There you go.
And the game.
We'll put up a dono goal or something. And we'll help you try to get a PS5.
I told him that Nerdacopia Network just has to do a GoFundMe.
I mean, we'll do it. That's fine. That's all we got to do. We'll bring in Sarah McLaughlin.
No.
She'll sing a real sad ass song in black and white. It'll be great.
And we'll have just a real poor, pitiful version of me. And it'll be right after I've gotten those nerve burns, after I've gotten out of the procedures, and I'll look all fucked up and sad and in pain.
It'll be right after your nerve burns and you're forced to play nothing but a Nintendo 64. And there's no way humanity will sit by and let that happen to anybody.
But I can't fake not smiling, Clan, because I like my 64.
Why, Buck? Why? It is the worst Nintendo system ever made. Next to a Virtual Boy.
Ocarina of Time on it.
I play it on something else.
But you're gonna make me play the 64. If I'm gonna play 64, I'm gonna play Ocarina of Time.
Don't play. You know what? Get the 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time. Maybe that one's better.
I also have it on Switch.
I mean, if you have the Nintendo Online on the Switch, everyone that has that has Ocarina of Time on the Switch.
That's what I'm saying. I have Ocarina of Time on 3DS and on Switch and on 64.
The Nintendo 64 was just such garbage. Such garbage.
I'll play Jet Force Gemini just for you.
All right, I have a question.
Please.
So, I have an offer on the table. Someone has a GameCube and a Super Nintendo with some games, none of which are any of the popular ones that I really like, like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy. But there may be a Mega Man X in there.
Ooh, I've got Mega Man X. That's a good one. Mega Man X is a good game. Also,
Final
the soundtrack.
Fantasy Crystal Chronicles in the GameCube.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hope not.
The only game you can see in the picture is a Harry Potter game. That's all you can see for the GameCube. But I already have Crystal Chronicles for the GameCube. I already have a disc for that. But
do they have they have the Game Boy adapter and the disc?
I doubt it, but it did look like there was a Super Scope game with the Super Nintendo.
Does it have the Super Scope with it?
I don't know. It didn't show it in the picture. Didn't show it in the picture, so I'm not sure.
All right. So how much are we talking here?
$300.
I mean, how many games?
I don't know how many GameCube games. It looked like a bag full. And there was probably about 8 or so Super Nintendo games. Donkey Kong Country, Mega Man X, Mario Kart.
Those are both good ones. That's a good one.
I'm just going from memory here. There was a House Hole in One Golf. I don't know if you guys played that. I had it. Played the fuck out of that game. Really but I'm a golfer, so
I used to be till put many.
Yeah.
I've never been
You,
except for
yeah,
putt putt.
you got to be able to have that full rotation to
Yeah.
be able to,
With my knee and
don't
lower
work
back
so well.
jacked up, there's no swinging
No.
that golf club
Mm-mm.
unless y'all want to see me fall at one good time as everything snaps and then we're done.
How's Hole in Golf? Fun game. It's a very simple game, but it's pretty fun.
Doesn't seem like a bad
I think
deal.
it's
How many
fair
controllers?
price. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't show any controllers in the thing. So
Also,
I'm just
GameCube stuff is getting expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Super Nintendo stuff already expensive. GameCube stuff is getting expensive.
and there's multiple games there, but the only one you can see is like one of the Harry Potter games.
Yeah.
That's all you can see. So.
Also, if anybody out there has the Game Boy adapter for the GameCube,
Well, that depends.
Ooh.
How
Somebody's
many,
got it.
how many you want?
I just need the one.
You got 4?
In case one broke, you had spares.
No, because I had 4 people that played so that we could play the 4 swords.
Oh, I'm not talking about the I'm talking about the Game Boy player.
Oh, you're the player.
not
See,
the
that's
cable.
different.
Yeah,
The cable,
Game
the
Boy player.
adapter is different than the extender.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the cable that plugs into your Game Boy Advance. This is different. This is
I do have the thing that allows you to play Game Boy on your GameCube also, which is amazing.
I did not. I didn't even know it existed back then.
I got
But,
it as soon as it came out because that
You can
allowed me to
get
play all my
Diablo
Pokemon.
on GOG.
Yeah, the original Diablo. Yep, you can get on the GOG. Yep, sure can.
That seems weird to me.
It's the only place you can get it. You can't even get it off the BattleNet app. I'll give it a few weeks. You may be able to get it on Game Pass.
I mean,
Right? Because that's something we need to talk about.
well, you can't get any of the original Blizzard games on BattleNet at this current time. Meaning Warcraft and its expansions, Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, Diablo 1, Diablo 2, and Lord of Destruction, or StarCraft 1. You can't get any of those on BattleNet right now.
No, you can just get the remakes.
They haven't integrated those into their shop yet.
So
There's talk, but there hasn't been high enough demand yet for them to decide to bring them in.
So it was the Supreme Court that ruled on this, right?
No, it was a Supreme Circuit Court right before the Supreme Court.
So they ruled that Nintendo Switch was a valid competitor against the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, right? So, and I think that was it must have been some big point to make or something there.
They said that also, though, but a lot of things came out about this that is surprising. Like Xbox, there was a lot of emails and stuff from both Xbox and Sony came out, internal stuff about game exclusivity and Microsoft, they were publicly saying, "Oh no, we're number one. We're definitely one of the top consoles and whatever." In the market, when privately they're like, "We're getting our ass handed to us badly." So that was a little enlightening, but it goes to show you with any company, there's a public facing side and then there's a private side, and you may not know the truth, which is all in the private side. The big thing was, of course, Sony was concerned about COD. That's where this whole thing came from. Sony was concerned about COD. Sony's whole case, which became the FTC's case, and I don't know why, But the whole thing was, if you allow this to go through and Xbox buys Activision Blizzard, then they have the right to make COD an exclusive, or to give the PlayStation an inferior version of COD.
Well, I mean, it's the same with fucking Destiny, though.
True, it is the same with Destiny. It is the same with Destiny. Maybe they will. I think they will. I think they'll invest heavily with that because, as it stands right now, Microsoft doesn't have a first-person shooter. Sorry to everybody that plays Halo, but yeah, they. So that was the big argument, right? And the judge is like, "Well, there's no. Do you have any plans to stop making Call of Duty available on multiple platforms?" They're like, "No. Why would we do that? It's going to make a ton of money on all these platforms. Why would we make it console exclusive?" And they're like, besides that, Sony is cleaning our clocks on the console market. Nintendo is hurting us in the console market, even though Nintendo is like, we don't even do that. That's not us. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And they're like, the hell it's not.
you know, and you can kind of tell that Microsoft since the release of the Series X and the Series S has kind of been more towards pushing Game Pass than it is pushing Xbox itself. And I think that comes out of the Microsoft side of it. Microsoft is big right now with software as a service. So like, Office 365 and Office and everything is all pay as you go services now. Instead of you just buy it outright, you own it. This is not how it works. And they even have that plan where you can go on to Xbox.com and buy an Xbox with Game Pass for like $25 a month for 2 years. So they'll just finance you outright an Xbox if you want an Xbox.
Yep.
So, and I just think there'll be more of that. There'll just be more. Get Game Pass. Get Game Pass. Because it works. I mean, look, Grand Theft Auto 5, right? I don't play Grand Theft Auto. Never really have. I played around with it, never really played it seriously. Never played 5 at
I've
all.
only played GTA 2. That's the only GTA I've ever touched.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Played a lot of 3, the third one.
Mine was Vice City. I played
And Vice City.
I
I played both of those.
because Vice City was set in the 80s and it was awesome.
Because I was a rebel back in the day.
But like, when Grand Theft Auto 5 came to Game Pass, Rockstar saw a 56% increase in the amount of transactions for Grand Theft Auto Online because it was on Game Pass. So, I mean, companies that are putting their games on Game Pass are seeing money come in. And besides that, Microsoft is paying them to put their game on Game Pass.
Well, that's like with Smite, too. You don't have to buy Smite. Pay a one-time fee, you get all of your gods for here on out.
Yeah.
And then you pay for your skins. You got to buy all your gems and then get all the new skins that come out. You don't ever have to pay for Smite to play the game. But if you want all the cool looking shit, you got to pay for it.
Well, I mean, that's how it is on all these free to play games.
Well, yeah, but
Smite
that's what I mean.
and
Like, that's with like GTA.
League.
You don't have to pay for the game now. But if you want all the in-game cool shit, you got to pay for it.
Oh, but with GTA, you still got to pay for the game.
Yeah, I thought you said it was on Game Pass.
Well, it is, but it's not always on Game Pass.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the ones on Game Pass, like with that, you don't have to pay for it. But if you want the cool shit that you see everybody else having, you got to pay for it.
Yeah. So, but long story short, basically, the FTC wasn't able to make its case, and the judge said, "Oh, no, you lost. Sorry, I'm ruling that this can go through." Which is some pretty major things. Like they're supposed to delist Activision Blizzard off the stock market on Monday, I think. So I mean the process, the acquisition process has to go through by Monday, right? Because if not, Microsoft has to pay Activision Blizzard $3 billion. Now, in response, the FTC has went and tried to file an appeal, but I don't think they're having a whole lot of luck doing it. And the lady that is the head of the FTC has been brought up before Congress, and they have been ripping her a new one. So the only place they're really having trouble now, I think, is in the UK. And I think what they're going to do there is that if they can come to an agreement, because the UK's problem is cloud gaming, right? They'll have an unfair advantage in cloud gaming. So I think their fallback plan on the UK is if they can't get a deal to go through with the UK government, that they'll just spin off a subsidiary, Activision Blizzard UK, and they'll do all the stuff through that subsidiary. But yeah, so by
that
next
will be
week,
hard for them to set that up though, because I mean Blizzard already has a section over there in the, so
Yeah.
it won't be hard for them to push that. I mean, they've already got servers and all that shit, already set up for there. So just making a company base out of the UK and then sending it all through those servers shouldn't be that difficult for them to do that.
Yeah. So now the big question is this. So Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard, right? So everybody's big questions are this. Is WoW coming to Game Pass and or console? 2, when is Diablo coming? When is Diablo 4 coming to Game Pass?
Soon.
And then what do you do about BattleNet and Xbox Live? Because they're two similar infrastructures. You don't need both.
Well,
does Xbox Live absorb BattleNet?
Well, if you pay for Game Pass, you don't need Xbox Live because it's built into it.
It's built into it. Well, I'm just talking about Xbox Live, the service, not the product,
not the subscription.
Not the subscription. I'm talking about the online infrastructure that Microsoft services run on top of, as far as Xbox and Game Pass and all that. So
they would still have to be separate.
No, they don't.
They would still have to be separate because BattleNet and Xbox still would not be able to see one another. Because if WoW and StarCraft and what's it that isn't ever going to see WoW Classic, all of those would still need to have their own BattleNet comms and friends list and all that stuff, because if they mixed it in with Xbox Live, then they wouldn't be able to communicate like they need to when you're in game.
Well, Xbox Live has in-game chat and stuff.
You're right, but it wouldn't be the same.
And they already have hooks into each other, because I can be on BattleNet on PC and play with somebody that's on Xbox.
Not if you're in World of Warcraft.
No, not if you're in World of Warcraft, but I'm just saying they're two services that were made separately, both doing the same thing. Microsoft as a company is not going to pay to keep both of them up.
Nope.
One of them will leave or just get absorbed by the other one.
Yep.
That will 100% happen. Now, I don't know how long it's going to take, because like I said, they already communicate with each other. So there's definitely APIs built between the two, but one of them will take over the place of the other one. Now, the big thing is, like, I would say, in my mind, I would think that Xbox Live, the system, will just absorb BattleNet. And maybe they will take the good parts of BattleNet and replace the parts that aren't working so good in Xbox Live with those parts. But no, they will eventually be 100%.
if the merger goes through.
If everything goes right and everything is hunky dory, that will 100% happen.
But the
Because
major
they will
question is:
Yep.
is Microsoft going to bring back Heroes of the Storm?
If they do,
don't have a MOBA.
They don't
well,
have a-
but if they do, it'll have to be a complete overhaul.
Well, listen, if they're part of Microsoft, guess what? They have a bunch of new characters they can put in there. You could have Chief on Heroes of the
That's
Storm.
You could have the guys from Gears.
Yup.
Yeah.
Did you just say the guys from Gear? Fuck you, Clan. You don't even know who the fuck they are.
Marcus Phoenix.
The cogs from Gears. They're called cogs, asshole.
Listen, you can have that guy from StarCraft.
Which guy? Jim Raynard?
Oh, that is right. Do you get to unlock StarCraft armor for Halo?
Oh, gee.
Will there be a Master Chief as an NPC quest giver in WoW?
No. Fuck no.
Hey, they did it in Fable.
That's true.
Kinda.
They did it in Fable.
Fable 2. You got armor that looked like kind of the Master Chief.
Well, Satchcore, they both could exist and they will coexist for a while. Here's the thing, though, just business wise, right? Business wise, they're not going to sit and pay. It's like, say that there's another. Say that where we work buys another place, right? And now there's 2 network admins and 2 server admins and 2 Diz admins and all this stuff, right? The company is not going to pay to keep all those people because they're redundant. So to save money, they will get rid of the redundancies.
So to save money, the network admins have to battle to the death, and then whoever wins consumes the other one.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, if you need your tag team partner for
Chess scores in.
destruction, let me know, Clan.
I mean,
But
you got it.
not actually heroes will lose.
Thunderdome.
I've seen it happen.
But yeah,
Gabe
my
and Mercer
prediction-
will go down. I've seen it happen.
That's true. That's true. My prediction is within a year to 18 months. I would say BattleNet will go away. That's my theory. What say you guys?
So they're buying Activision.
Yep.
Which owns Blizzard. What else does Activision own?
Well, let's see here. Candy Crush.
Oh,
That's a good
own
game.
King Inter-
Well,
they
it's
own
not a good
King
game.
Company.
It's a good game if I own that game.
Yep.
That's a lot of money.
well, fuck Candy Crush because the people that made Candy Crush stole that from the person that actually made the game.
So you have besides Call of Duty, it looks like you have Tony Hawk, Sekiro, Prototype, which has been a prototype game in a long time, but I did like those games. Those were good. Spyro. What else we got here? Guitar Hero.
Of course, Infinity Ward, right? So
Yep, Infinity Ward comes with that. For Overwatch, of course. Crash Bandicoot. There's a bunch of other little things that pop up here, there, and everywhere.
I mean, you get on a lot of good franchises there.
They made the Deadpool video game. Is Civilization an Activision? Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Rome Total War. So I mean, there's a lot. King's Quest. They made Pitfall. Remember Pitfall?
Yeah, we needed another good Pitfall game. Been a while.
Definitely, definitely. They made like 800 games for the Atari.
I'm surprised they haven't come out with like Pitfall the movie.
You know, I'm just waiting for it at this point. Honestly, I'm just waiting for it. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. The big thing with Activision, they were just trying to buy other companies to get the properties, right? They wanted properties or publishing rights to properties.
So
So there's a lot of
do we
IP involved.
do we think it's a good thing that they're just forming these mega companies?
This one will be interesting to see what happens, because here's the thing: there's a reason Microsoft is buying them. I just don't know what that reason is. So is it because they get all the money from COD? Because COD is always the number one best-selling game every year. Nothing can touch it.
I mean,
And then they get expertise in building online games because they got Blizzard.
They're pulling what it's considered right now the leading MMORPG and the leading first-person shooter in this acquisition,
And
and
Candy Crush.
the number one dungeon delver. They're pulling the top or two or three of the top game types with accumulating Diablo.
Oh, there's a Dark Crystal Tactics style game.
I did not know that.
The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics. I've just been
Dang.
looking through the games on GOG. I was like, what all
Hey.
RPG games do you have?
There you go. That's true. Currently, WoW does have the most active players.
Told you. I know you were looking it up to see if I was lying or not. I fucking told you
No,
the
I
number
wasn't looking
one
to see
right
if you
now.
were lying. I wanted to get the numbers. I wanted to get the numbers.
I didn't say it unless I already knew the answer, Clan.
How close is it?
Well, if you went by numbers, 14 would be number 3 for active players as of whenever this page is that I'm looking at.
Number
I don't know
3?
the date. I don't know the date.
What's number 2?
Blizzard
Old school
also.
RuneScape.
Oh, it is
No.
RuneScape. So
It's RuneScape.
Classic got dropped down.
Classic is 4.
Oh, okay. I figured Classic was
Yeah.
in second, but RuneScape took over. Okay.
And like I said, I don't know the date on this. This was just one I saw that had numbers,
Yeah.
but it's weird how it puts it. But from what I can see, yeah. Well, WoW Classic is 4th.
Yeah.
I
knew Classic and Retail were both in the top 5, but I thought it was Retail, Classic, and then 14.
If you go by active players, now if you go by total player count, Final Fantasy is number 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what.
When
That's what y'all
Shadowlands
should.
when
Y'all should be playing.
Shadowlands came out, 14 took over. And then when Dragonflight came out, Blizzard said, "Fuck you, we're taking it back." That's what happened. I can own the fact that when Shadowlands came out, 14 took the lead. And then WoW said, "Fuck you, I'm taking my spot back." That's what happened.
You seen this game? I got up on the screen there.
I do see it.
I like the Dark Crystal.
And it's a tactic style game. So. Well,
Speaking of tactics games, when are we going to get Tactics Over and Dialfield Chronicle and Triangle Strategy?
I have those.
Those
games.
are all tactics games. Do you have them?
I have them on Switch. I think some of them. What do I have? Hold on. See, I have Switch games in my little Mario case.
He's been holding out on me, Chad.
That's all the kitty games. I got Zelda, Link's Adventure or whatever it is.
Link's Awakening.
Can't see. I'm old. I'm going to put my contacts in.
You got Zelda 2 in there?
I can't see. Breath of the Wild, Collection of Mana. I got that game. Octopath Traveler, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Got it. Haven't played
that game. I've got 1 and 2. I need 3.
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Don't have that.
It looks really cool. Haven't played it. Triangle Strategy. What was the other one? I would
like to have that game. Dialfield Chronicle.
I don't have that one. I got Smash Brothers, but I don't know how to play it.
I got Smash Brothers. I don't know how to play it either.
Hey, I'll link up with y'all and show y'all how to play it.
I'm sure you will.
I got all the characters unlocked. I will show you boys how to play that game.
I'm usually decent at fighting games, but it's just a weird fighting game.
It is different. Yeah.
I've got 2 nephews that think they're hot shit at that game. And they're like, come play with us. And I'm like, you don't want me to do that. They're like, yeah. We need a challenge.
Speaking of fighting games, what do you think about Street Fighter 6? And also, have you seen the previews for Mortal Kombat 1?
No, I have not. And I haven't really looked at a lot of the stuff for Street Fighter 6, right? The only things I've seen are TikToks about it where they're not really focused on the gameplay.
Do they involve Cammy?
Yeah.
So Street Fighter 6.
MK1.
I haven't touched a Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Me either.
However, buddy I served with on submarine, he plays Street Fighter 6 on every Saturday, and I watch him play. And so I have got to see the gameplay. But I
love the art style and the animation. It looks very good to watch.
He is a Guile main. So I have gotten to see them play it. I have not seen anything about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal
Kombat
up on the screen there.
Weird.
Apparently, from what I can gather, at the end of Mortal Kombat 11, the timeline gets reset, and Liu Kang becomes a god.
Does Johnny Cage come back?
I don't know. I know, he does come back. He's back in all the other games.
So he's not dead?
So no, they brought him back. Also, for a little while, Liu Kang was a zombie, but Liu Kang came back too. But yeah, as you can see, Liu Kang is now some kind of god. He reset the timeline, and that's why we're getting Mortal Kombat 1.
I mean, Mortal Kombat 2 is probably the sweet spot there for me
Do we
on
get
the Mortal
Christopher
Kombat.
Lambert back as Raiden?
I wish
Best Raiden ever.
he was best Raiden ever.
Immersive story campaign. Okay,
Yep.
well, maybe.
Yeah, the last couple ones have had a big story. And the cool part is the guy from the Mortal Kombat movie, the original movie, does the voice of Shao Kahn in the games.
Oh,
From the original movie?
Yeah.
I like
You know,
him. I like him.
your soul is mine.
I like him.
Exactly.
You're moving your mouth too much. But I like it.
So he does like the voice and stuff for Shao Kahn and the mocap and everything. So they make Shao Kahn look just like him.
So which Sub-Zero do we get? The original or his brother?
The original, I believe.
Because his brother has the red mark under his eye.
The fire god Liu Kang. Right here.
Yep.
Fire god? What?
Yeah.
Well, he shoots fire out of his hand.
That's true.
I mean, he also turned into a green dragon. I mean,
that was in Mortal Kombat 2.
I know.
Who's your character in the Mortal Kombat games? Like who's your go-to?
I love Scorpion.
Sub-Zero.
Good choice. Mine is Kung Lao. The hat.
You like that? You like that razor blade hat?
Yeah,
but I don't pick Sub-Zero for the reason most people would think.
because he's cold-hearted.
No,
because he's blue.
Yep. I don't care about his ice. I don't care about any of that bullshit. It's because of his uniform.
No, I always like Scorpion.
Now for abilities, Raiden.
Raiden is good.
His outfits were always stupid, though.
Electrifying a motherfucker to paralyze him in place and then whoop his ass. That's an amazing ability.
He could also teleport.
Yes. But in 2, his teleport looked like he turned into a blob on the floor and then just materialized behind somebody. Like I feel like they could have done that a little better.
No, you're right. You're right. They probably could have 100%.
But I always liked Sub-Zero's attire.
Here's an idea. It's a free one. They can have it and run with this. Why don't they make an MMO that is a fighting game where all the combat is when you encounter another player in its PvP combat, you go into the side by side or whatever Mortal Kombat fighting, like the camera dials in and it's just you two and you're like,
here's something for you.
Yeah.
They have that. It's called Street Fighter 6.
Is that how it works?
There is a single player game where you meet people on the street, and when you meet the people on the street, it goes into the fighting game part of it. But in
I thought Clem was going to say they have that. It's called Pokemon.
So Rick and Morty.
I don't know enough about Pokemon.
Rick and Morty has an episode where, can't remember Rick and the sister. I can't remember her name for some reason at the moment, but they're sitting there playing the new fighter game, right? And it looks like Street Fighter kind of, but it's like, how do you play this game? So you have this rage meter, and you wake up in your bed, and you have to find the other player before your rage meter goes away, and fight them. I'm
so
like,
you just wake up pissed off.
Is this where Street Fighter 6 has got its ideal from?
Did y'all ever play Brutal Paws of Fury?
Nope.
No.
I've heard of it, but I did not play it.
I played Bloody Roar.
I played Killer Instinct.
My dad got
Killer
that
Instinct.
for me for Super Nintendo. And when my mom asked him why he got it, like, I figured it'd be less violent. She's like, it says Brutal Paws of Fury. He's like, they're just animals fighting. No, that's not exactly like one's a kung fu fucking rabbit that kicks ass about like fucking Ryu. Like there's blood all over the fucking screen. Like, what do you mean less violent? You know what's the best part about Turbo Touch
Clay
360
fighters?
controllers?
Mhm.
E Honda's 100 hand slap.
Yeah. That would do it.
Because in normal, if you hit the buttons, you can't move your character. But on a Turbo Touch, if you slide the button over and hold down X, you can move him across the map while he's doing this right here. You pin a bastard in the corner and just whoop his ass. My brother's like, that's cheating. I was like, you have a controller that can do the same thing. He's like, I don't have a character that can do that.
Well, the next time, pick E Honda.
I was like, you can pick Chun-Li. She does that with her leg. What I didn't tell him was she can't move when she starts kicking her leg like that.
Chun-Li. I
Chun-Li.
like Chun-Li.
Chun-Li's a good one.
Her upside down hurricane kick.
So I think Street Fighter 2 was the second game I ever got on my Super Nintendo.
It was my
I
third.
rented Street Fighter. I played Street Fighter at a friend's house. I never owned Street Fighter. The only fighting game I ever owned was Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah, I had all the Mortal on Super Nintendo. I had the 3 Mortal Kombats.
Mhm.
Was on it.
Because I got mine. I got Super Nintendo the Christmas it came out, and I had Link to the Past and Super Mario World. Then the very next game, Street Fighter.
So, was there a Super Nintendo that came with The Legend of Zelda?
I don't think so.
Because there must have been a Super Nintendo that didn't come with a Mario then.
There was,
because I didn't have Super Mario World for a long time. All I got the Super Nintendo and A Link to the Past.
I don't know of a Super Nintendo that didn't come with a Mario game. Because the launch
I
one
never had it.
came with Super Mario World, and then I think they replaced that one with Super Mario All Stars.
We're being rated.
Oh God, we're rated.
Yep.
Are we?
Final Fantasy VII characters.
Oh,
what's up, Big Slide TV?
I mean,
Big Slide TV. What is up?
That needs to be rotated. Tifa needs to be on the right, Cloud needs to be on the left, and Barrett needs to be in the middle.
Okay.
Or you need to change out the orientation. Because
that's true. It's to match it up, right?
Yeah, because you played Cloud and Clan played Tifa.
I think Buck just agreed to cosplay Barrett.
I mean, he is a dude with a gun.
Wait, no, we can't do that. We cannot do that. Nope, can't do that.
Why not?
He can cosplay Sid.
Or what about Vincent?
You can cosplay Vincent.
Why can't I cosplay Barrett, Clan?
We're not getting into that here.
I know your reason. I just wanted to hear you say it.
Welcome to the Stream Raiders.
Yep. Yep. Welcome to the stream. What's up, everybody? I am Clan Diesel, one of your hosts here on Three Old Men. This is Nerdacopia Network, where we talk nerd shit and all things nerdy and have a good time. On Monday nights, we play retro games. On Thursday, what you're watching now, if you don't know what day it is, it's Thursday. Get ready for Friday.
You've been smoking a bunch of weed if you don't know what day it is.
You had lay off the ganj, man.
Or meth if you're in Disney.
We do three. If you are my neighbors, please lay off the meth. We talk about whatever. So far tonight we've talked about fighting games. We've talked about the FTC trial with Microsoft. We've talked about kittens. We talked about Final Fantasy.
The Ninja Turtle movie.
We talked about Ninja Turtle movie. That's right. So Seth Rogen as the Ninja Turtle. Discuss.
We also talked about Nathan Fillion as Green Lantern.
Yes, which I'm happy for. Listen, I'm still waiting on the Uncharted Nathan Fillion movie. All right. If you ever have a free moment, chat, go and search for Hey, Botrix is working.
Yay,
Finally,
Botrix!
he finally woke the
Yes.
fuck up.
Because it did a timer.
Run your commands.
Let's see if it worked. Hold on, chat. Botrix hasn't worked for us all night.
It
Look there.
worked.
Points works. Hold on.
Somebody finally had to drive into their office and reboot the server.
That's right. Some guy like, oh shit. Hold on a minute. Reboot, restart all. Fuck.
He was upgrading his hard drive array.
Upgrading his net app, and it didn't go well for him, Chad.
Yeah.
I wish Botrix hadn't launched that last command.
That's the best command.
Diz
That
ain't
is
put
the
into what I
best
asked
command.
for.
True, I need to put
Damn it,
that
Diz,
one in.
what do I got to pay you to get that command put in?
Plain Diesel is the
$800.
he's the Botrix ad man.
Well, he'll never put it in. That's why I asked what I got to pay you to get it done.
Exactly.
Plan's not gonna put it in because he's biased.
I'm not biased. I like WoW. I just like 14 better. And to be honest with you, it may just be because 14 is something new. It's a new story that I have not yet experienced.
So you want to know?
Experience the new part of WoW either?
You're right, but I'll be able to
Okay.
because it'll take about 15 minutes to complete, and then it'll open up 47,000 new world quests.
So do you want to hear my take on 14? Because I'm actually
Yes.
reading through all of the text that's on the screen, even the tutorials that pop up. I'm reading about all the fucking stuff.
Oh God. Okay, go for it. I know this is gonna hurt, but go for it.
So the storyline so far is really boring. Okay, I'm level 14. No, I hit 15, so I'm going back to get another job quest or whatever.
Yep.
Job quest sounds like monster.com or something.
It does. Join monster.com and unlock your next job quest.
He's one level away from getting that ring.
Hey, but you know what? He's level 15. You know what that means? That means he can run dungeons.
Yeah. So I'm hoping the storyline picks up, but I know A Realm Reborn is storyline's not that good for a while, so the expansions are better. So
at least until you get to the cabbages.
Oh God, the fucking cabbages. Okay, well I'm gonna read all that, so maybe I'll care about them.
That is when things start picking up.
Probably not.
Is when you meet the cabbages and things start. That's when things start happening with the Scions, and the things start picking up with the Empire. So you need to pay attention from that point on.
I mean, to be fair, when Sid fully joins the group is when things really
pick up. That is when shit hits the fan right there. When you're getting ready to fight Garuda. I think Garuda. You fight two more before her, but Garuda is really the first major primal that you fight. I think. Because before that, you have
Ifrit and Titan.
Yeah, but they're not.
Well, I know, but those are before her. Ifrit and Titan.
Yeah, but she's the first major one.
So I am enjoying the rogue I'm playing here.
Rogue
so
is
far. It's only a 2-button combo at the moment with a optional third button for a stun and then a heal. I don't know why I have a heal, but I have a heal as a rogue. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Every class has a heal except for tanks.
Tanks have heals.
Sense.
Maybe later. My tanks don't have heals.
Tanks have heals when you get into like your 40s.
Yeah. Now, eventually, you will get an ability where you will, as you do damage, it'll heal you a little bit, but you don't have second wind like all the other classes do.
Mm-hmm. It's not the second wind.
Exactly. Yeah, Rogue is fun. I really like Rogue. Eventually, you will get a third attack that you can use. That'll combo with your second.
Right, wait till you get Ninja. Then you'll have
Yeah,
all kinds of attacks that you won't even know which fucking way you're going with them.
yeah, I've read about the ninja stuff. So Final Fantasy 14, it sounds like, I don't know if it's always been this way, but it's like you really kind of have to learn. You can just play and button mash, but if you really take the time to learn the class, you can do like maximum damage or maximum healing or whatever, you know.
Yep. It really rewards you for learning a rotation.
I I still really hate how all of these games just designate you down into three classes: DPS, healer, or tank. I really hate that there's just three, designations. Uh,
I mean, that's how it is in everything, pretty much.
I mean, even in D&D.
Even
well,
in D
not
and D,
not
everything's either
really. I could be crowd control and not do any damage and not tank and not heal, but I just distract the fuck out of people.
Yeah, but I mean, even with your crowd control in D&D, you're doing some type of damage unless you're
You don't
solely
have to.
casting spells of like fear.
Yeah, you don't have to. And then especially in older editions of D&D, you really didn't have to. You could just
Well, yeah, but
disorient people and throw up um okay, I can't remember the spells. Like cloud, you could throw up cloud kill. I mean, but that does
classic.
do damage. But you can throw up I can't remember the other one that just makes people sick. It doesn't
I
actually
mean,
damage them.
we're in 5th edition, and my paladin is more of a crowd controller than he is a fighter.
Yeah.
Also, I
Like
think,
against that mimic, how many times did I attack that fucker? I just stood there.
yeah.
Well, you're playing the tank, so
Well, yeah, but all I did was wind gust. I just kept it at bay. I never actually
yeah. But
took a
that's
hit
crowd
or
control magic. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't really
Mhm.
take a hit or swing on it.
I
Yeah.
just hate how it locks you down into those. They simplified it, and
No.
I know it's better for everybody, but me just being an old man and
Well, I mean, WoW
wanting the
used
way it
to
used to be.
not be that streamlined either because when like Shaman
Hmm.
first came out, Shaman is not considered a tank in any regard, but an enhancement Shaman could tank if he wanted to. That's how beefy he could be. But he was never considered a tank.
Yeah.
And now they've streamlined it so much now that he doesn't even have that option to try.
Yeah. And I think it's just that most people are expecting those three roles, right?
Yeah.
So that way they can pick what they want to do. Do they want to tank? Do they want to DPS or do they want to heal?
I mean, they do
Yeah.
have two types of DPS.
That's true.
You got your
Ranged
ranged
and melee.
or your melee, and then your
Yeah.
ranged are split into magic,
Physical.
physical.
Like your Bard.
Yeah, good old Bard.
Yeah. And Bard has some crowd control stuff, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but Bard is
Yeah.
considered kind of a hybrid between physical and magical.
Yeah.
Your machinist would be your physical ranged.
Yep.
Because Bard can use spells. Machinist does not. It's
No.
all bullet based.
Machinist is Edgar from Final Fantasy VI. Or an artificer, whichever way
Yeah.
you want to say it. I prefer to think of him as Edgar from Final Fantasy VI, which makes me happy.
I mean, he does have drill shot. So Edgar had drill. So I mean, he would definitely be more Edgar than he would be an
Yes.
artificer.
I'm hoping in some patch they come out with a machinist where he gets a big like chainsaw blade and goes around just with the whirlwind attack thing like Edgar did. These whirlwind people with a chainsaw.
Be like, hang on a minute, I want to go melee for a second. Be
Exactly.
like, that's a machinist. He's supposed to be ranged. Fuck you, I do what I want.
Exactly. I'm the man with the chainsaw. Tell me what I can do.
I can be Ash if I want to right now. I don't care.
Hey, speaking of 14, in the next patch, Blue Mage gets raised to 80 level cap. and gets new spells. And one day I will level up a blue mage.
Since right now I can only get 70. 19 levels have my
There you go.
Well,
because I don't have a life when I play Final
it's getting past our bedtimes here. I think
I mean, past 2 of y'all's bed.
it's getting late into the evening here, so we'll probably
Sun's getting real low.
probably call it here. And what we got this weekend? We got some D&D over on Buck's Twitch channel. Throw that up there on the. See if
We'll see if y'all finish
Pixel
your
Chat
shopping
picks it up.
escapade or not. This will be session 3. Y'all shopping.
Yep, session 3. We got some money. I'm looking to buy a shield. Hopefully, get some more. Trying to play the tank as much as I can. But
no armor.
With no armor. No armor tank.
With no armor. Face tanking.
Yep, face tank. No, he's so annoying you want to hit him, but his AC so high, he's so dexterous that you can't hit him. But you want to so bad.
I mean, to be fair, I should have just threw that splatter bomb at you in that last one. Because when I hit you with that, it just incapacitated you till the start of that gnome's next turn. And then I'd just beat the snot out of you.
You can kill him, or you can.
Well, no, I'm just
beat the
talking
shit
about.
out of him.
I'm just talking about you couldn't have used shield at that point for that freaking spell. I'd just been like, I'll just throw that at him and be done with it.
I now have 6 spell slots, so I can wiggle out of other situations. Before I only had 3, so I doubled that, and my hit points went up because I took tough, and so he's a little bit better of a tank at the moment. So.
It's all right though, because the last 2 fights y'all have been in, y'all have all been hurting. So they're not pushover fights.
Yeah,
I'm making y'all have to earn it.
I'm gonna start using my action for intimidation checks during combat. Like,
nice.
Hey, you big-eared looking motherfucker, come over here.
So you're gonna taunt the big guy to you, okay?
Maybe not the big guy. Maybe the second biggest guy.
I'm just saying, when you go to call that out, we'll just have to roll and see who you end up taunting.
I'm down.
You'll call it out, or you'll holler something out, and we'll roll, and they'll be like, "Oh, you just called the biggest dude on the field at you," and you'll be like, "Oh boy."
Buck, just so you know, I don't play D&D to win, so I play it to have fun. Oh, so if Valden dies, hopefully he goes out gloriously.
I haven't tried to kill any of y'all, because if I had, I'd have killed 4 of y'all last session. I didn't have to give y'all the clockwork worm as assistance. So I'm not trying to kill y'all. I'm just trying to teach y'all to quit splitting the party so much.
No. No. I refuse to learn. I'm gonna split it the very next episode. Don't tempt me, sir.
I mean, you don't know if that's the only assassin.
I don't care.
There you go.
Either he'll kill me or I'll get some more XP.
We'll see. That's the only option.
Valden loses 3,000 XP. For what? Pissing off the DM. Oh, damn it. How'd you lose XP?
Well, we're getting distracted on D&D. We can talk about this all night. So.
Yes.
All right. Buck's got D&D this weekend. And what else you got going on, Buck?
if something doesn't happen, I should be streaming tomorrow. There's a
Nice.
Twitch drop, World of Warcraft. So I'm going to try to stream tomorrow so that anybody that wants to try to get that drop show up and try to acquire the drop. So I should be going live between 11:30 Central. Of course, we'll have Saturday, and then not sure how my schedule looks for this coming week, but I do have to stuff taken, so we'll just have to play that by ear. I'll post it because I do have some appointments procedure. So
Buck is a Discord. You can go over there and join it.
Good.
Find out when he's streaming next. All the other cool stuff about our D&D and stuff.
show up tomorrow, and I'll post the in my stream for the Discord.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
Playing? I'm old and forgetful. What do we got going on Nerdicopia Network?
Well, let's see. Normally on Monday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, you can catch us here playing old games on Super Retro Game Show Extreme. And we're currently playing through The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, which is a little bit different than your normal Zelda game. A little bit odd. There may be blood diamonds. There may be some drinking. There may
Pawn
be
shops.
huas. We don't know what's going on. But
And don't
so
forget the
far,
magic seeds.
that's right. So far, though, it's been kind of fun. I really enjoy the Oracle games. I'm hoping Diz likes them too when we get done with them. So we're doing that on Monday nights. And then, of course, Thursday nights, you're here. So you know what we do. We do this, Three Old Men, at the same time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, we will have D&D. It'll be time for a new episode of Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, where DM Diz here will take us through the dungeon to find out, is Meridius going to kill the entire team or just select members? Because as we've started to figure out, Meridius is the big bad. And you can catch that live over on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Nerdicopia Network at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Not this Sunday, but the next Sunday. It's every second and fourth Sunday in the month. And Buck isn't the only one with a Discord chat. Just so you know.
What?
Do ! Discord. There you'll get the link to our Discord channel where you can go in, check out Timmy's memes. They're always usually pretty good. I try to respond to his memes as much as I can and post some of my own. We talk about games. We talk about movies. We talk about anything you want to talk about. We just want you to get in there and talk. That's it. Say hi. Say fuck off. Whatever you want to do. We'll respond to you no matter what it is. And then, of course, you're like, hey, you guys have been doing this for a while, it seems. Do you have old episodes? And oh, baby, do we ever. We have what we like to call NerdTube, which is, well, Botrix has apparently died again. But if you go to youtube.com/ oh, there it is. Finally, thanks, Botrix. You're the best. You can go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nerdicopia Network, and check out previous episodes of Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, Not Actually Heroes, Cataclysm, Super Retro Game Show Extreme, Three Old Men, and the After the Roll, where we talked about things that we did on D&D, which eventually that will come back when something big happens in the D&D campaign and everybody wants to talk about it. That's what we'll do there. So there you go.
Like when Meridius becomes an Oathbreaker.
Yep. When Meridius turns evil and kills the entire party, we'll definitely have an After the Roll about that. So go over there, check that out. If you want to follow us on social media, I think I did that right. There you go. You can hit !socials in chat, and then you can go to that link and you can find all of our pages. So our Twitch page is there, the Kick page is there, Facebook's there, Twitter's there, everything is there. You can go and follow us there for all your Nerdicopia needs. And I think that's it. Every now and then, Diz and I will stream separately here on the Nerdicopia channel, whether it's on Kick or on Twitch. Most of the time we're on Kick here lately, but sometimes we're on Twitch. But definitely check us there. To find out when those are, you really just have to pay attention to either Twitter or to Discord. Discord would probably be the best. Because we always post there when we're going live. So unless Botrix is down, and then Botrix then tells us to fuck off.
Yep. 50% of the time, it's up half the time.
That's true. Yep. 50% of the time, it works 65% of the time.
I was going to go with 35% of it.
So, but you know what? It's Botrix itself. It's not just us, because everybody that I've watched on Kick is like, is Botrix working today? Because it didn't work yesterday.
I have faith in them, though. I think they're going to get better. I want them to get better.
I'm just hoping that they do what they said they were going to do and release the API at the end of the month. So that way Stream Elements and Mix It Up and everything can hook in, and then that all works.
It's a lot better.
Yep. But Botrix has so much potential. If they can just do it. Yeah, I think that's everything that we do.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys next time then. And until then,
hey, you kids, get off our lawn.
All right. See you guys next time.
That one didn't cut out.
It didn't. Good job.